Flower Soap Company, a small business on Amazon. I'm Holly.
I'm Justin.
This is how they make beautiful, luscious, flower-filled soap. These are their employees. And we're hiring. This is their lavender field. It's still growing. This is the worst smelling thing about this. This is everything that goes into every box from the Little Flower Soap Company on Amazon.
Next week. What is up, everybody in the chat and watching the stream? Hopefully all of you guys are doing well tonight. All right, so we are ready to go for tonight's race. I'm the only one watching my stream. Fantastic. We're loading into Barcelona de Catalunya. We're now here in Barcelona, Spain. I think the first race here happened in 1991. And it was an epic battle between Mansell and Senna. Mansell was able to win the race, and that proved to be a pivotal battle in the championship that was able to bring Nigel Mansell within attacking range of Senna. However, he ended up winning the championship. Tonight, though, whole nother story. We go into a race. We go into a championship situation. Midnight has what I believe a 9-point lead over Skunk VTech. And both of these guys, you have two completely different backgrounds. VTech has won almost every race he started, but Midnight has been probably the most consistent driver on the grid. So we're going to see consistency versus speed show up tonight and see who is in the right position at the right time and lead the forefront in the final quarter of the season. Right now we head into qualifying. Doesn't even look like there's a cloud in the sky, but we've seen it so many times where it's just rained out. So we'll see how that affects this race in itself. We have 10 drivers out here. We got Dion Ford Dub, Red Rocket Romeo, Leafs Justin 24, Tactical Austin, the J-Mac Attack 34, Risen Midnight, Elite Specs 10, haven't seen him in a while, so awesome to see him tonight. Ferrari 994, Riot 288, and the one and only Skunk VTech. So, be very interesting to see who pulls out on top, and we'll see how the tire strategy converges and diverges as the race develops. But it's the here and the now, it's qualifying. It's about laying down your best lap and preparing yourself for the race. And we've got one driver in the number 34, had a very good race yesterday. I think he tied his highest finish on the season with a 5th. Last week, not yesterday. Yes, he got a 5th place, his highest finish since Monza, I believe. So, not Monza, Monaco. Yeah, I'm very tired today. But yeah, we'll see how J-Mac pulls out on this race. We also have Ferrari 994. He's developed himself as an established racer in Indy cars. Well, he found himself in another open-wheeled car. He won last week. At Monza on tire strategy, tire saving, everything that you could think of. He's the one and only Ferrari, and he'll be looking to do the same tonight. We've also got a couple more drivers rolling out onto the track. Justin is on his outlap. I don't think he... Sorry, my voice just not going out. But Justin is also one of the more established drivers. Big shout out to him on his epic win on Thursday. We'll see if he can continue that momentum. We've also got Risen Midnight, his teammate, points leader, inherited points leader. Got himself a 4th last week. It was enough to put himself in the lead, but you also have the guy who's trying to catch him, Skunk VTech, in that silver arrow. So we'll see if that silver arrow can pierce through the prancing horse en route to a championship. We also have Red Rocket Romeo. He made a start earlier this season, and I think he got himself either a 6th or a 7th in Germany. Looked very fast preseason, and we kind of hope the same goes tonight. Let's see if I'm missing anybody on the board. We have Elite Specs 10, one of the quieter drivers this season, but he's definitely going to be looking to make a name for himself tonight and get a couple points for the championship. Other than that, I think that's everybody out on track, so let's go on board with Ferrari 994 as he rounds through Sector 3. Ferrari that rounds the final corner. It's a 119 flat. That is the pole by about 1.2 seconds over his Texas partner, J-Mac. We do have an incident in Sector 3. I'm trying to find it. Dion's rolling out on track right here. He also got one of his better finishes of the season last week. I hope you're looking to keep up that momentum. And we have somebody off the track. Justin is off the track already. I don't know if he's just not getting it right now, but... Oh. Hope he's just doing this for show. Midnight to second. Played 119.6. I see you in the chat, Real Steel. How are you doing tonight? You just said a what? Cool. Red Rocket Romeo rolling the final corner, and he's gonna have a 120.2, so right behind J-Mac, sitting in a P4. Elite Specs is on Super Softs, and he's definitely gonna start gunning for pole. As he goes through the final chicane. This track is ever so tough towards the end. He's gonna round the final corner right here. It's gonna be invalid. So, waste on tires. A little bit of a waste on tires there. We have, there's the Silver Arrow himself. Red Rocket Romeo goes up a couple positions on his second lap. That puts himself in P2 for the moment. I think he's going to call it quits though. Dion for dub. He's working through the final sector. We have something, yellow flag in sector 1. And sector 2. Dion's going to round the final corner. Ooh, takes a wide line there. At the line, it's going to be a 123.0 in 5th place. Red Rocket Romeo, it looks like he's going to just nurse this thing back to pit row. Nobody else, not too many other guys out on track. VTEC's going to be on high fly to start this lap, though. You can see VTEC's really playing cutsy with the line. Oh, it does it again. A 21.9 in sector 1. That looks awfully competitive for him. I think VTEC status will cut out for him. Oh, maybe not. Just trying to nail this second sector. Oh, he's putting this thing on the edge. 20. Oh. A little wide there. This is a difficult section to nail. Runs a little wide, but solid nonetheless. Out in the grass. Rounds the final corner. Overall, good lap. And it's going to be a 118.5. That is the pole by about half a second over Ferrari now. We have risen Midnight now. He's going to, will he rise to the occasion? That's the real question. The points leader, he's probably just saw the time go up by VTEC. I don't know how thrilled he's going to be. I don't know where. For any of you guys wondering, I don't know where Lucky Dog is again. Like, this man just be skipping. Vote in the chat if you guys think he got stuck in a thorn bush or not. Midnight clips the grass a little. I don't know how much that'll affect his lap. Ooh. It's him and Midnight looked a lot more confident. Midnight looked really confident at the beginning section. He's going to round the final corner right here, waiting for that Ferrari. There's an incident in sector 2, and Midnight will improve his time, but will not improve his position. So on the downtime, we only have 2 drivers out on track. I don't know if Midnight will... Yeah, I don't think Midnight's going out again. Yeah, right now we're on the low line a little. Just look at the upcoming schedule. We have Spain tonight. I do believe next week is Singapore. And then after that it's Russia. And then the final 2 races we go to Coda and then we go to Brazil. That's really it. Championship's going to be decided there. And We still have 3 people within 1 race length of each other in the points. So a lot can happen in the next 5 weeks. Pleasant surprise here. We have a Riot 2 88 out on track. In the other Renault, he had a impressive showing. Oh, guess he's just gonna let his teammate through right here on his lap. He had a very impressive showing at both Germany and Italy. Italy was a race that he was pretty frustrated about. He thought he could have won, and he wasn't in the greatest position. But nonetheless, I mean, a third place, overall solid performance to see how far he's come. Beginning of the season, he was running around 7th, 8th, but these past few races have really shown the true talent of the Renault driver, trying to live up to the name from last season. He's going to be starting his lap. Doesn't look like anybody's behind him. He's got pretty clear road ahead. Elite Spec up to 5th place with his 1:19.8. And that lap was on supers. Nice. See Riot 2 working through. Oh, and his teammate. Ooh, that got a little scary. His teammate is situated right at the end of Sector 1. Little twitchy on exit. A little wide through there. Could have been a little better through Sector. Right now, Renault's the only team out on track. Like, a little interesting. And also, speaking of the banana team, there are rumors that Austin might go to Renault next season. He was one-on-one me. He's probably gonna get mad at me that I said that, but might go to Renault next season if there's an opening. This Riot 2, I almost said Renault rounds the final corner. Riot 2 does, and he's in 7th. So we know he can do a little better, so we're looking to improve. Shout out to Frozen Toast 24 for hosting me. I appreciate the host. Thank everybody. So much appreciated by all the people who support this channel. I know this isn't really a big channel, working like 40 followers right now, but I do what I can, so I appreciate this one. We still only have the 2 Renaults on track, so I don't know. Somebody can get between those 2 cars, there'll be a banana sandwich. A banana sandwich, a banana split. That's the joke. Singapore last season. Singapore last season, I remember there was a moment. It was Austin and Rick, and those were both in Renaults, and Dion was in a Williams. And Dion was between both of them, so I made a banana split joke, and they harped on me for the next, I don't know, the next couple weeks, so. You know. Yes, they harped on me. And Risen Midnight is out of qualifying. Wow, I completely missed that. So Midnight, we'll see how he holds up in that position. And we still have Justin and Austin who haven't posted a time yet. Very interesting. Right now it looks like that's VTAC rolling out into the track with 2 minutes left. Yes, that is VTAC. Not too many people doing a lot of runs. I don't even think Austin touched the track yet. Now VTech is going to try to nail this lap. Easily first car out. We also have Elite out there. Austin is finally going out on track. I was wondering when that dude would go. Justin out on track as well for I think the second time in this run. And Justin, commentator's curse. So I guess Ferrari's just saving their engines now. We only got 4 cars out, so everybody else looks like they're content. Actually, no, it's just 3. Never mind. We got VTech, Elite, and Austin, who I think they'll get back in time, but be questionable. So we got 3 cars out, trying to set a good lap. First, we have VTech. We have an incident in sector 1 and 2. I don't know because nobody's in that part of the track. Out, everyone's gonna get to the line to start their lap, and we'll see if anybody is able to improve their positions. VTech is just trying to plow now. A little bit in the grass right there. The lap still looks pretty solid. There's Austin out on track. He's got Elite's back a little bit up the road. I don't think he'll catch him though. There's Austin. Looks pretty competitive actually. Austin's time looks competitive compared to VTech's overtime. VTech to the line though, just smashes the field right now. 1.8 seconds up. Elite's back. Oh, he went a little wide right there. Rounding the final corner. Elite's back does not pick up, and now Austin at the line gets second. There you go. Austin literally jumps everybody. Except for VTech. That is qualifying VTech and Austin on the front row. In row 2, we have Ferrari Nut and Midnight. Row 3, Red Rocket and Elite Spec. Row 4, J-Mac and Riot 2. And in row 5, we have Dion and Justin, who did not put a time up. But I will say the races this past week that I've watched have been insane. Last night in the little league that I run in, 3 wide for the lead to start the final lap. A bunch of guys running out of fuel. And then a couple hours ago, watched an F1 unranked lobby. Race ended on a photo finish. So, a lot on the line. I also got weather information for this race. It won't rain. It might get close to, but it'll be dry for now. But you know how weather changes, so never know. But we got 10 drivers that'll be hungry for a win, hungry for a good finish, hungry for a good race. The strategy, I've heard from many of the drivers, it's a 2-stop unless you're Ferrari Nut, who could probably find a way to no-stop it. But any second, and we will be ready to go for round 11 of Shake and Bake's F1 League. Last week we saw a first-time winner in the F1 League. We see a new one. And the 5 red lights are out. The race is underway. Here we go at Spain. VTEC gets a good jump. Austin's going to stay near, but it looks like VTEC's going to lead the charge. Austin in line. VTEC goes wide there. He's going to have to cut to not crash. Austin's going to take the lead. Ferrari Nut second, Midnight third. Battle for fourth between VTEC and Red Rocket Romeo. And then we have the 2 Renaults since 6th and 7th. We have Justin and then the 2 Haas cars, 9th and 10th. So VTEC, not the best jump at the start. He's got plenty of time to get to the front though. So he's already going for third, man. And we have an incident in sector 2. Oh, J-Mac is spun out. Coming off the fast right-hander. Austin continuing to hold a pretty good lead over Ferrari Nut. It's about a full second, so he's holding it tight. VTEC is definitely going to be searching for third, but he overdrove turn 1 again. I don't know if it's him adjusting or what, but right now he's forcing the issue. We have a wreck in sector 1. I can't tell who it is. I think it was Dion. Unfortunately, the Haas drivers did not get off to the greatest start. But they still have 32 laps to gain it all back. Early on, these guys up front running close to each other. And VTEC with an aggressive dive bomb overshoots the corner. And Midnight's going to hold third. That must have been a huge scare for the Ferrari driver. I could say VTEC definitely tried. DRS is now enabled. Ferrari Nut with the best lap. He's coming on. Oh, I don't want to say that. He's making his move on the lead. And VTEC might be hungry for another dive bomb. Austin's going to give himself a little bit of a cushion here. Back up to 6/10. But I know the battle for the lead might be getting hectic, but this battle for third might just be a little more. You guys remember back in China? These guys literally stayed side by side the entire lap before VTEC was finally able to make the pass and win the race. Midnight came home in second, and still going to be fortunate regardless. They're both more than a second out of Ferrari Nut, but VTEC's going to get a little bit of DRS right here. Brakes a little later, looks for the run. Almost loses it there, but he's able to hold it strong. But right now, these guys up front holding their own. Let's give a little bit of love to the guys up front. Kind of scared to do that though. Ferrari. Side for third right here, side by side. VTEC's gonna drive it wide, but Midnight's gonna let him keep it. So Now VTech is up into third. Therefore, the championship battle, it is Midnight's advantage, but now by only 6 instead of 12. And actually, Austin would be a lot closer in the championship as well. I think he'd be only 13 behind. Right now, it's a chess match between Ferrari Nut and Austin. These two have been beefing the past couple weeks, and they find themselves a first and second. I think Austin may have made a little blunder. A Ferrari that ran through their good because he is all over the Red Bull driver now. He goes on the front stretch. VTech with the best lap though. Ferrari Nut's gonna look to the left, side by side for the lead in the turn 1. They are still neck and neck. Austin's gonna narrowly inch him ahead. But VTech has caught both of them. He's making his name be heard. Ferrari Nut went a little wide right there. And that's going to just allow VTech to close up ever so slightly. In the back, I must have missed it, but Elite Spec has gone to pit road from 7th place. Oh, Ferrari flips the grapple. Looks like it's all fair for now. These three are gonna be right on each other, I think, for a very long time. Right now, Ferrari might be in the best position because he's on the harder compound. There we go, on the final straightaway. Austin's gonna lead lap 5, but you can see all three of them snaking each other down the straightaway. VTech's gonna have a huge pull right here. Doesn't decide to make the move. Ferrari Nut locks up just a little bit, and that will allow these guys to hold out on their positions. VTech is getting awfully close though. He doesn't care if he's on the compound that's gonna wear off first. Oh, he runs into the back of Ferrari and his wing is chipped a little. That's gonna be a huge turning point in this race. He was coming in a heartbeat, but now after that, it's gonna be difficult. Ferrari Nut had a run, but decided not to do it. Oh, he's looking. Ferrari Nut's looking for sure. The sun's starting to come out a little. VTech's in the gravel. Ferrari Nut though, he's gonna have a momentum pull right here. Austin's kind of giving him the outside, but it's easily defended. These two are gunning it for the lead. Oh, and VTech he's struggling with the wing. Ferrari Nut is right there. These two up front, they continue to duel. Oh, Austin goes wide, he saves it. They give each other the patience. I think Ferrari nuts might start to run out of patience eventually. Austin gets a good run through there, though. Everyone is going to have DRS except for the leader. Ferrari just continues to lock up, though. That's not very healthy. Oh, he runs a little wide there. It's going to cost him to lose time, but now he's going to gain some of it back. And Elite Spec gets a time penalty. Really the start he's been aiming to do. Oh, Ferrari that runs wide. That might be a warning. Warnings, penalties, they might come key coming to the end, especially since all these guys up front are still close. Is just ever inching, but Austin just seems to have him on the exit of the chicane. Ferrari almost loses it there, but he's able to save it, not lose too much time. And like I said earlier, this race is probably going to be a chess match, and it's lived up to that. Ferrari runs a little wide. And VTech, I'm not sure what happened to him, but he must have lost a lot of time. While we look at the battle for the lead, let's shout out some of these guys in the midfield. Red Rocket Romeo running very well right now in 5th place. Oh, a big lock up there. Commentator curse. Riot 2 and 6. Justin and J-Mac. Elite Spec and Dion also is in the mix of these guys around 5th and 6th. Austin's going to lead lap 9, but Ferrari Net's going to be pushing. Mode 5 versus Mode 4, DRS versus no DRS. Ferrari Net jumps to the left, side by side for the lead into turn 1. A bit of lockup, a little bit of pinching, and that's going to end not very peacefully. But Austin retains the lead. They both end up finishing on the podium. I got to interview both of them what they thought about that. Midnight's gonna get by VTech here for 3rd. Completely missed it. But Risen Midnight, our championship leader, might be all right here. That right there, the patience might be done anyway. I sound like NBC trying to hype up a rivalry. I'm sorry. Question is, how long do you stay on these tires if you're Tactical Austin? I don't know what... Oh, a bit of contact there! Austin gets more... Let me rephrase that. Ferrari gets more negative out of that than Austin does. But these guys are running about 2 seconds slower than they were originally. Now Ferrari Net's going to have the move again. It's going to dip to the left, just like last lap, side by side. Austin's going to hold the lead for now. And VTech is going to pit on lap 10. He's going to put the wing on. He's going to lose a little bit of time. But as long as he doesn't mess up, I do think VTech has the potential to go back up to the front. But you can see how far he's going to fall. He's going to go all the way back to 8th right here. Back to the battle for the lead. These two continue to duel. They've dueled since lap 1. They're still dueling on lap 11. We come to the 3rd point. But if these two keep fighting, Midnight is going to be right there. Midnight has already closed up a bunch. You have to worry about overheating the tires though if you're Austin. I've heard reports that in these similar conditions he was running about 108 Celsius, which is around 225 Fahrenheit. So maybe on the high levels, and Midnight doesn't have to worry about that much. While we are in this battle for the lead and we're not on the straightaway yet, I'm gonna go ahead and check the warnings to see if anybody has anything. Right now, Ferrari Nut has a warning and Midnight has a warning for the guys fighting for the lead. That's the warning count. Ferrari Nut runs wide right there. It's going to cause him to lose some time, but he's trying to bend out a run. And, I mean, Austin might be slowing these guys down a little because look at the Monegasque driver in 3rd. He's going to have DRS as well. Ferrari Nut's going to be looking right here. He's going to peek to the left just a little. He's looking to the left. He's going to still be in 2nd. Oh, Austin loses it a little side by side out of turn 2. Ferrari Nut squeezes him off the track, and he's going to take the lead for now. Ooh, a little bit of... And VTech just posted the best lap. That man, the Frenchman is coming. We'll see if Austin tries to combat, and we'll see if he actually does make a pit stop. You can already tell Ferrari Nut has gotten out of that dirty air and he is starting to check. Ferrari Nut's got he's starting to get his work cut out for him, but Tactical Austin, we'll see what he does here at the end of this lap. And in response to him getting past, it looks like Tactical Austin's going to pit. He's got to watch for the braking. He'll be good. And we'll see how the strategy engulfs from here. You see him going. He's going to take the medium tires. Riot 2 pits from 5th place. Justin's going to stay out. He's going to be able to pass both of them. VTech is coming around the final corner in a hurry. And VTech just ran the best lap again. But Austin, because of Skunk VTech having to put the wing on, is going to stay ahead of him. Now, I don't know how long that's going to last, especially since it's about, I would say, 1.3 seconds between the two. But I can tell you right now, VTech is definitely the man on the move and the man on a mission. He's going to take a huge dive bomb to Justin. They make contact. I don't know if VTech's going to keep dive bombing like that. I don't know if he can make it to the end on tire. The leader is down pit road. Ferrari has made a pit stop. Risen Midnight will inherit the lead, and Red Rocket Romeo will inherit second. And he's still stuck in pit road for a while. He's out on the track. So Ferrari, that's interesting strategy. Here goes VTEC to the inside for 4th place. This could be the battle for the lead depending on how Ferrari's strategy goes down. And VTEC is going to make the pass for 4th. And we have a wreck in Sector 1. I don't know who it is. It's a questionable call. I mean, what you see Ferrari not pitting on for softs. That's what's telling it. Oh, and he almost lost it there. That's telling me that he might not go to the end. He might need to pit again. I find it very difficult for him to go 19 laps, especially since Austin was struggling to get to 13. And also, yeah. The 2 different tire compounds will not be a problem because he started on mediums, but 19 laps is a huge question mark. I would say that's impossible, but it's the guy who made it 21 laps on inners at Monza. So. Midnight is just trying to run this thing out until he can get to the soft compound. But the strategies just keep converging. But right now we're riding on board with Risen Midnight, the feel-good story of the season. Hasn't won a race all season, but he's leading the points. And I don't know how much he will be in the lead when everything thickens out, but I mean, he's still running a very good race. He's been up front, running well. I think the worst he could get in this race is 4th. Unless something crazy happens. But I do believe Midnight's strategy here is just going to be to soft it to the end. After the mediums. Ferrari in 3rd, VTEC 4th, Austin in 5th. I can tell you right now, he's going to save these things to the end. While we are on lap 17 of 33, let's go in our Through the Field sponsored by, let's find a sponsor. Oh, the Rolex 24 just happened, so we're going to do Rolex. It's going to be Rolex. So we have Risen Midnight in 1st right now. He is due for a pit stop in the next couple laps. He was the points leader entering this race, just like he was in the Baku Spa area. He's really trying to pull it out to the end, and he's done an excellent job all season. He's leading some of his first few laps tonight, and we'll see how long he can lead. In 2nd, we have Red Rocket Romeo, also known as Apex Company, and he has been flying. It's not a red rocket though, it's a white rocket, and another white rocket's catching him, but he's in 2nd right now. He's been pretty quiet for this race. Has ran 5th the majority of the time, so very good start by him, although he locked up a little. Midnight's gonna pit though, pretty early in the cycle, and so is Romeo. Ferrari Nut in 3rd, won last week. He's definitely got the tire saving ability to win this race, but it's gonna be hard to stretch. He waited very long to make a pass on Austin. He was just able to recently, and now he's going to inherit the lead. In 4th, now 2nd, is Skunk VTEC. And VTEC has had a very, very up and down season, from the time where he won 2 in a row to the points where he's DNF'd. either VTEC has won the race or he's crashed. So he's definitely hoping that it ends up on the high side of that. And right now, as of now for points, he's actually 6 behind Midnight. So gonna have to improve just a little to make the gap. In 4th, we have Tactical Austin. He's still waiting in the wings on the championship battle. Right now, I know he's pretty confident that he can one stop to the end, but it's gonna be a challenge from now on to do that. In 5th, we have Justin, who I think is still due for a pit stop. I'm not sure. Let me make sure of that, because I might be wrong. Yeah, Justin is the only driver still due for a pit stop. Oh, and VTEC's out of the race on lap 19. Oh boy, talk about commentator curse. That's going to change the complexion of the race right there. Justin will pit from, I don't even remember, 4th? In 4th, we have Riot2. This order ain't even right anymore. But in 4th, we have Riot2. And he's just trying to get this thing around. He's got Red Rocket right behind him. But because of all this, I think Riot2 might come up with a top 5, which I know he hates. He's not very good with the dry, so an uplifting finish for the Renault driver. In 6th, we have the J-Mac Attack 34. He's had a fairly quiet race, but he has been able to gain a couple positions from the start. So good on his part. We'll see if he can hold it out for the next 15 laps. In Society of Justin. In 8th, we have Elite Specs 10. Riot2's teammate. He's running 8th right now. He's kept himself in the race. He's kept himself clean for the majority of the part. So just like J-Mac, good on his part. We'll see if he can finish it out. And we have Dion 4 Dub, who will eventually end up taking 9th as long as he doesn't crash in the next part of the track. He will finish. Very likely he will finish in P9. So Dion's got the same situation as Elite and J-Mac in the case that he's ran a relative race and it's been a calm race, and I know he'll be hoping to hold that out to the end. Red Rocket Romeo has just made the overtake for 4th, and I don't know what has happened, but the gap between Midnight and Ferrari Nut is shrinking. But I think the best news Midnight could hear from this race is that Skunk VTEC is out, because now if the points were to hold, Midnight would have a 27-point advantage over VTEC, which can carry him a race and then some. I can tell you Ferrari Nut's going to be saving, because looking at the time gaps, he's going to try to stretch to the end. We got 13 laps to go in today's race. I remember doing a race very similar to this, like watching a race very similar to this on F1 2018, where it wasn't, although it wasn't a Mercedes leading, it was a Red Bull leading. The Ferrari was plowing, and the Ferrari ended up winning, so maybe the same here. But I also find it ironic that first, second, and third is Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, and that's how the constructors have ended for each of the past. Oh yeah. My fault. I'm colorblind. I apologize. I apologize. Yes. I confused Mercedes and Williams. Let you know. My fault. Anyways. Thankfully nobody's watching. Oh wait, 6 people are. But yeah. Ferrari Nut is just on tap right now to just hang on for these next 12 laps. But tires, man. I'm turning in the lucky dog trying to complain about tires. No, I'm kidding. I mean, the tire battle could be something because you have Ferrari Nut who's been on softs. And I don't know if softs can go 19 laps. That's going to be tough. And same situation, but Midnight has 3 laps fresher, and he's not saving, so we'll see how the curve changes. And then you have Austin, who's simply just trying to get to the end. And if the soft tire fails, he could potentially be our next winner in Chicago. This has ever been a battle between these 3 up front and VTEC. That's really been what the front has looked like. And right now, Ferrari Nut's trying to just carry it home. 2 weeks in a row. Fun fact. Oh, and Justin gets a time penalty. Fun fact, if Ferrari Nut wins this race, he will be the 3rd driver this season to win back-to-back races. The others being KSI, or sorry, EGC Aldifer, and VTEC. We've had 4 different winners this year. We might get a 5th one. Out of all the drivers left in this race, as Raitu gets a time penalty, out of all the drivers left in this race, Ferrari Nut's the only one that has won this season. So if something happens to him, we might get a first-time winner. And Ferrari Nut is pitting. Ferrari Nut is pitting on lap 23. Now it's going to be a battle to see if Midnight can stretch this out, or if Austin can take the advantage, or Ferrari Nut can jump back on Super Softs and make it happen. Now he's going to go to Softs. Ferrari Nut's going to Softs. He's going to have to watch his teammate over here, Red Rocket Romeo. He might end up passing Ferrari for 3rd. But now the complexion of the race has changed. Ferrari Nut will stay ahead of Red Rocket. But now, what happens? What happens in Risen Midnight? Tactical Austin and Ferrari Nut. Does Midnight have enough on the tires? We've seen Midnight do wonders before like this. We might see it happen again, and Elite Specs is off of the track in second 3. Dion is going to make a pit stop. Right now, I don't think anybody's rolling through that section, but the gap between Midnight and Austin the past few laps have stayed pretty even, holding around 8 seconds. So that's what the gaps look like. They'll probably be grass. Now, I don't know what's going through any of these guys in the top 2's minds, because both of them have gotten close to winning, but both of them haven't won yet. So that's the question. And you also have Ferrari Nut. Don't count him out yet. The past lap, he's gained well more than half a second on Austin, and if this rate continues, it's going to be very close. He might end up repassing Austin in the next 7 laps. 7? 9, I'm sorry, I can't math. I do not believe anyone in the top 3 has a penalty, but let me check that. So Ferrari Nut does have a warning. Midnight has a warning. Ferrari Nut has 2 warnings. Keep that in mind. And Midnight has 1, and I don't think Austin has any. Let me clarify, because I did not look through the Americans. Yes, Austin does not have a warning. So out of penalty situation, Austin's the best off. Ferrari Nut is coming in a hurry, though. He is a man on a mission in a white rocket. This is what happens when you let me commentate and not Lucky Dog. Risen Midnight has 8 more laps. So hold on. He could probably give a second a lap. And we'll still win this race. And Ferrari Nut just set the best lap of the race. So don't count him out either. Red Rocket Romeo pits from 4th. That's got to be eye-catching because keep in mind, Midnight has 1 extra lap. And if Red Rocket's already pitting, that could throw a lot on the curveball. We know Midnight has had the power all season and has just been longing for a win that he deserves. Now, I'm probably going to end up jinxing him, but let's see what Midnight does. He stays out again. I think if Midnight stays out for a couple more laps, that's going to tell me he's going to the end. Dion is going to get the blue flag right here. Right here, Midnight's catching on Dion. Going to cause him to lose a little bit of time. Dion lets him through. Good man. Good man. The gap has increased to about 9 seconds. Now it's coming down a little. Now the gamble here, can Risen Midnight stretch it, win this race? And J-Mac also making a pit stop. So looks like 1 stop is going to be a difficult thing to accomplish. Riot 2 is going to make the pass for 5th. Midnight just continuing to run out there. Those softs continue to get older and older as the laps develop. He stays out again. 6 to go for the Monegasque driver. Right now, he can probably afford a 1.5 seconds a lap. Elite Spec gets a time penalty. Ferrari Nut is also ever closing. Boys, I've seen a lot of good finishes. This one might be another. The gap continues to stay 9.3, 9.4. Keep in mind, even if Midnight has to pit, you have Austin and Ferrari Nut on the duel. These two have had issues with each other in previous races and this race as well. I know I keep trying to hype it up, but that's not very good idea. Austin's slowly starting to get some time back. It's now down to 9. Oh, back up to 9.3. Will Midnight try to keep it to the end? He's going to stay out another lap. 5 laps to go for Risen Midnight. The gap is now slowly coming down. It's 9.1. Will it be enough? I don't know if 11 laps can hold as Dion gets a time penalty. Midnight's got to go about 15 laps. We have a wreck in Sector 2. I think it's Dion? No, it's Elite Spec. Sorry about that, Dion. Couldn't see. can see Ferrari that is right there. This race ain't over yet for first, for second, for any position on the track. Ferrari that's going to have the DRS. He is close on Austin in a heartbeat. Where's in Midnight now? Approaching 4 to go. Keep in mind, Ferrari has 2 warnings, and Midnight has 1. For now, I'll check again. But now Ferrari has DRS. He's right on Austin. Gonna go to the left for about the 12th time in this race. They're side by side going into turn 1. Wheel to wheel. Ferrari drives a little wide. He's gonna get second, but Austin's gonna have the cutback right here. And Ferrari hits the grass a little. Austin's gonna look to the outside, a little bit of a block there. And Ferrari is gonna hold second place. The time being. Now, can Ferrari possibly make some inroads on Midnight? Midnight has got to be nursing these things home, because Ferrari is closing. Midnight's got three laps. I do think, is that what I see correctly? I think Ferrari's wing might be chipped. I'm not sure about that. If Ferrari had a chipped wing, that might be the end of the race. That's very borderline, I'm not sure. Right now, let's take a refresher on the penalty count. Once again, Ferrari at 2 warnings, Midnight at 1. Midnight's just got to hold on for 2.5 laps. All it takes is for one little mistake to ruin the race. I'm just asking for a curse. As long as Midnight does not go, I would say 3.5 seconds slower, he's got it made. 2 to go for the driver out of Monaco. The gap is closing though. Oh, no, it's not. It's going back up. 8 seconds. 8 seconds between the front end. Oh, Red Rocket rolling up. Oh, man. Every time I see it, he just locks up. Midnight has just got to nurse this thing home. It's 8 seconds. Driving the number 50. Looking for a championship. If he is able to win this race, it will be the first time since Baku of Season 1 that a Ferrari driver will win. And in fact, one of the last times the Ferrari driver won, was it this track last season? Where Ferrari driver. One lap to go. Sponsored by Rolex. I'm tired. It's a 7-second advantage. It has been It has been almost 1 year since a Ferrari driver won in the Shake and Bake League. Midnight is just 50 seconds away from winning. At this point, I think he should just nurse it to the end. Can Risen Midnight overcome everything? Everybody said entering this race, there's no way you can one stop. But this driver right here just proved otherwise. Off the final corner, Risen Midnight is going to win here at Catalunya, and he's going to take a huge lead in the championship. Ferrari Nut's going to cross the line in second, and Tactical Austin almost lost it off the final corner. Is going to finish it home in third. Wow, what an ending. Risen Midnight gets his first win in the season, and it's going to come at the most needy of times. Red Rocket Romeo is going to cross in fourth. I think Ryatu's going to get fifth as long as the penalties don't go over. Elite Spec's going to get a 5-second stop and go. He's just going to hold eighth. Ryatu across the line. And Justin, will he wave to the fans or will he just cross the line? He's just going to cross the line. And J-Mac off the final corner, blazing on those super softs. He's going to cross the line in, I believe, seventh. Yes. And for the first time all season, we see the Monaco flag on top of the podium. Oh, a bunch of red and white up there. There's the guy that got fired from Ferrari. There you go. Final results on the race. Alright, so let's start with the interviews. If third place is here, okay, Tactical Austin. Are you here and is your mic included? Alright. So first off, Austin, congratulations on your third place finish. But I gotta say, all that battling between you and Ferrari, how are you able to hold them off for so long?
It was a good battle between me and him. I would have liked to have got more room, but throughout Sector 1 and Sector 2, I pulled out to between him. But in Sector 3, he caught me a lot. But what I was thinking about in Sector 3 was just getting the best run out of the last corner, try to not give him the best run, and to hopefully keep the lead after the long straightaway, because that was the best passing point, because this track is hard to pass around, and the best spot to pass around is the front straightaway and the back straightaway DRS zone.
Yeah, you fought hard and you fought well. I saw your call to go to the medium tires. Were you expecting these guys? Were you expecting these guys, including Midnight, to one stop to the end, or make a second pit stop and get the one less stop in your favor?
I mean, I would have liked if he like pitted again, but it was a close call with the softs because you never know. Like they could overheat and they would be hard to drive, and you can get a puncture. But I would have to give Midnight a round of applause for bringing those to the end because those must have been some worn out tires. And I know how it felt because I was on 13 lap old tire softs and they were actually like wear out. And after like lap 10, that left front gets like overheated and it's a miserable car to drive.
Yeah, I can see that happening. You know, I have that issue, and I run the harder compound, so you know, I can just only imagine on long runs like that, especially on a tighter compound like that. Anyways, next week we go to, I want to say Marina Bay. No, it's probably not it. Singapore.
Yes.
I think it's our first and only night race of the season, if I'm correct. I might be wrong on that. But, yeah. How are you going to perform under the lights now?
Probably a lot of practicing, try not to get the tires worn, heated up so much, because that track isn't like not that much about speed. It's much more about how much you can manage that heating the tires, because at that track it's the tires get overheated so much, and I'm pretty sure there's hypers there if I'm not mistaken, but those things get overheated in like 2 laps, and those things, like, it's a hard track to race overall, but it makes it even harder to race it with the tire heating. But I would love to get another podium because I like being up here, and it sucks that I couldn't get podiums before, but hopefully I can bring the title fight to Midnight because USA and Russia and Brazil, I love those tracks, especially Russia. Hopefully I can win Russia because that's probably my best track in the game. But next week, I'm just hoping to survive the race.
Survive the race, guys. It's going to be one of those races, a Monaco, a Baku. It's going to be rough, but I think you can do it. Once again, congrats on your third, and thank you for your time. That sounded awful. But yeah, we'll catch you next week. Anyways, let's go and interview our second place driver, Ferrari Nut 94, once again on the podium, just to make sure your audio is included, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. So, second place, very good run, as usual. Tell us a little about your battle between you and Austin at the beginning. I kind of asked him about it earlier.
Well, I'm fairly certain he was running a good bit less wing than I was, because in practice and in qualifying, I was looking at sector times. In Sector 1, he would just be, he was miles ahead of everybody through Sector 1, and then Sectors 2 and 3, I was blowing his doors off. So I think that just made him, it's already, like he said, it's already a hard track to pass on, so I think that just made it even more so. I got to his outside a few times going down into Turn 1, but I just couldn't get far enough alongside him to actually, make it stick. And then I'll give the kid props. He made those softs last a pretty long while. My strategy was to do 2 stops and try to be on quicker tires longer. And it almost worked. To be, 5.7 seconds behind at the end was, that's pretty close for having to make an extra stop. I was fairly certain Midnight was going to have to do the same thing, but he made it last, so I am curious as to what his tire wear was at the end there, though. I think he might have been pushing it. Oh yeah.
Very good. Go ahead.
But it was the battle we had was pretty interesting. It definitely made me think about, okay, where can I get this? Where can I get this?
Yeah, I was watching from the booth, and Man, you guys were dueling through the first few turns every single lap for a good 5 laps in a row. It was very exciting to watch. A lot of the battles I've seen recently have been very good to watch, especially between you two. So I give you guys good props on that. Anyways, next week we go to Singapore night race, just like Austin. Are you going to perform under the lights? You going to go for your second win or third podium? Or what's your plan?
Come on, man. It's me and it's a street circuit. What do you think's going to happen?
We learned from Long Beach.
I'm the king of getting close to walls.
Well, you do live in Texas, so you're going to be right next to a wall, but no, that's political.
Wall.
Anyways.
Wall. Wall.
Just playing out here in the stream. Anyways, once again, congratulations on your second, and hopefully we see you next week up front again.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, the man of the hour, Risen Midnight. He has risen to the occasion. Pun intended. Just to make sure, is your audio in the stream? Just for clarification. Yeah. All right, cool. So, first win of the season coming at basically the right time. How are you feeling right now? What's going through your head?
I mean, the win's nice, but I'm still trying to look at the bigger picture, which is the championship. I didn't expect to get the win. I guess I was just at the right place at the right time with the right strategy. So today I feel pretty good. I'm ready for next week.
Yeah, I would have never in my life would I have been like you. Get the first one of the season, I'd be like knocking the doors down. You're just like, call calm, cool, and collected. No, we're looking for the championship. And yes. Ooh, last night. Anyways, tell us, you went, I think it was 16 laps on softs. I mean, how are your tires like not dead?
I mean, I did a lot of tire wear practice in Grand Prix mode, and I did a lot of tuning to make sure I could get as much out of the softs as I could because I wasn't sure what everybody else was gonna do, but I knew that if I could pull off the one stop, I'd be in a really good position to get first or second, and yeah, try to keep the temperature down, try to keep it in green, lightest green yellow, and I was pretty good. Plus, I'm pretty good at driving tires in high wear, so it wasn't a really big problem. It was in the mid 50s or something.
Well, you were able to get it done, and it worked out very well in your favor coming out of this week. Earlier, you said you were looking at the bigger picture, the point standings. We go into Singapore next week. You have a 33-point advantage over VTech. Oh boy, my parents are calling. Anyways, yeah. All right. Yeah. So, tell us how you're gonna prepare for that race. A little bit more tire saving? Question.
Yeah, a bit more tire saving. Circuit, street tracks are my favorite.
Yeah.
Didn't perform as well as I wanted to in
Okay.
Baku, but hopefully I'll do better in Singapore. Yeah,
Washer.
that's pretty much it. Can't tell you too much.
Yeah, I have to go into my little dispute with my parents. There you go. Now you know how my parents sound. Anyways, once again, congratulations on your first win of the season and the extensive lead in the championship. Hopefully you can hold that out for the next 4 weeks and be our champion. Anyways.
Yes.
Next week.
Oh,
We got some beef.
I was surprised, by the way. I was surprised that Friday night at Austin they didn't do like a switchback and turn 10 like I did with VTech. I expected that. I thought Friday night was just riding them towards the end.
Well, overall, you ran a good race, and yeah. So, all you people in the stream, thanks for the support. I'm the only one watching now. But
Did he really hit the wall? I wasn't sure. I don't. That just makes him an even better driver because he's retired and hasn't raced in so many races, but he's still in like what, third, fourth. That's amazing. Every race
Yes.
that he actually races, he wins. So
Next week we go to Singapore. The season is
yeah.
coming to an end, guys. So sad. Hopefully we come back for season 3. I might be behind the wheel. I might be in the booth. I might be at home. I might be retired. I might be whatever. Anyways, 7:30 next Saturday. Same channel. Hopefully with another guy in the booth. Okay, that sounds gay. Heck no. Another person.
You had to go
commentate.
there.
All right. Catch you guys next week and take her easy. Take care.